associating me with the situation because I went to the Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me.
Hey, this has the entire industry on its toes. Boosie Badazz didn't hold anything back this time. He just went off like never before. The legend of Baton Rouge took to the internet to expose J. Prince and Mike Dice, accusing them of manipulating the rap game behind closed doors like a street hustle. The rage on his face was visible. He wasn't yelling to gain influence. He had had enough. And what he said, dude, may be among the riskiest things Boosie has ever uttered in his professional life. It all began when Boosie was speaking live about how the game no longer rewards authenticity. They control the charts, the features, the shows, everything, he declared. The streets no longer determine who is attractive. Then he revealed the names that caused everyone to freeze: Mike Dice and J. Prince. Immediately, the comments section went bananas. Boosie Wildin is being typed by people. There's no way he said that out. However, he did. He claimed that they were using rap as a kind of dice game. They determine the winners and losers. Unless they express it, true artists are unable to breathe at all. Now, if you are familiar with the business, you are aware of how powerful J. Prince's name is. Respected, feared, and connected on all fronts. The man is a Houston original, Dice Mike, rumored to have connections to labels, promotions, and artist management arrangements that never make the news. He is a powerful figure behind the scenes. Therefore, when Boosie began criticizing them, it was dangerous as well as careless.
Everybody in Texas know what the play is. If you rapping, you celebrity, if you like the strip club, you like to do this, you check in with them, they bringing them bad dice on you. Why you think they Duke the jeweler, they really couldn't get him? That's why they had to come on, homie.
Boosie claims that after attempting to promote one of his new talents, he learned about all of this. Every door that ought to have opened, he claimed, was being slammed shut. He said that if he and his team didn't play ball with some middlemen, powerful people would blackball them. He understood then that this had nothing to do with music. It has to do with controlling money. I've been wondering why the same 5 rappers get pushed no matter what, he remarked. I see now that it's rigged. For years, the same man has been throwing dice. It was unbelievable. Boosie shattered the fourth wall of hip-hop. According to fans, his tone betrayed his dissatisfaction. This wasn't just any old tirade. It was the sudden explosion of years of pressure. I'm tired of this fake boss talk, he declared. Everyone claims to be a king, yet they are the ones who are manipulating the game. The internet went crazy when he said it, because if Boosie's claims are accurate, the industry is controlled rather than just unjust. And now there are names associated with that control. People were shocked when Boosie's livestream went viral. However, what followed made it a full-fledged storm. Before going public, rumors began to circulate that Boosie made a clandestine deal. Rumor has it that he negotiated a covert deal with a big distributor, not a label, but one of those corporate middlemen that choose who gets playlisted and who doesn't. Boosie has reportedly been battling them for months in an attempt to get his songs in the charts, and he turned down their side offer to remain silent. However, before leaving, he made sure he had documents such as emails, chats, and receipts that linked certain individuals, such as Mike, Dice, and J. Prince, to these industry favors. His tirade struck differently this time because of this. He was not discussing theory. He was discussing proof. They tried to silence me with paperwork, but I ain't signing nothing, he declared. I'll tell you what I know. He then implied that he had actual evidence that might cause certain managers to become uneasy. That's crazy since Boosie isn't just any artist. He is courageous and well-respected. J. Prince, meanwhile, was not amused. After a day, he posted online with his usual composure, saying, "Some people talk too much when they need to think. There are levels in this company, and not everyone should be at the top." Everyone understood what he meant, even though he didn't use Boosie's name. Additionally, a statement from Mike Dice's team said that Boosie was resentful because he wasn't winning. However, the internet continued to make connections despite this. Everything began to make sense, as fans began to dredge up old interviews in which Boosie talked about being blackballed. Additionally, this type of issue has previously surfaced. For years, rumors circulated that some artists consistently receive the same late-night interviews, award nominations, and sporadic boosts on streaming charts, while others, particularly indie artists, are shut out. All of that was essentially confirmed by Boosie. He stated, "You can be the realest out, but if they don't stamp you, you invisible." All over the culture, that phrase struck a deep chord. Fans, producers, and artists flooded the comments, claiming to have witnessed the same thing, the replacement of brilliance with partiality. Boosie was even supported by a few smaller rappers who claimed to have dealt shady deals with industry fixers who demanded favors in exchange for publicity. This is where things start to get serious. Boosie questioned the system rather than merely criticizing it. "You guys can't cancel me because I own myself," he declared. "I'm not afraid of any men. I'm exposing anyone who attempted to manipulate the music of the people. And that's the problem. You're not simply creating enemies when you criticize. Celebrities like J. Prince and Mike Dice, the industry's basis is being shaken by you. Not only did fans respond to Boosie's shocking revelation, but the whole hip-hop world kept a tight eye on him. Everyone was listening, even if some people stood behind him, and others said nothing. If Boosie got real proof, this could flip the game upside down, DJ Academics said during a whole discussion about it. He added that no one else in Boosie's position ever had the audacity to publicly reference J. Prince. Just that demonstrated the depth of Boosie's annoyance. However, Boosie has previously attacked the system. He has been one of the only musicians to publicly discuss record labels robbing artists, manipulating streaming figures, and even gatekeepers preventing black ownership in industry throughout the years. But he wasn't merely speaking this time, he was giving names. "I don't care who you are," he declared. "Hip-hop and the streets are not your property. Give up deciding who gets to shine." Boosie then became tearful during another live. He claimed that by refusing to play the industry game, he had lost tour dates and business partnerships. "They want me to bow down, but I ain't built for that," he declared. "Because we are too honest, they don't want real ones in the room." Boosie may be careless, but he is real. According to fans who began referring to him as the last authentic voice, Mike Dice attempted to clap back, claiming that Boosie was promoting conspiracy theories. However, fans immediately linked Boosie's comments to a video that appeared, in which a smaller artist claimed that Dice had allegedly guaranteed chart spot for a fee. People were now claiming that Boosie told no lies. In a subsequent post, even J. Prince's tone significantly shifted. "Ain't no dice rigging over here," he declared. "When they are unable to roll, people toss salt." Fans understood the double meaning, despite the clever phrasing. Boosie reposted the quote with laughing emojis and the caption, "Sound like a guilty roll to me," to make it even more bizarre. The internet went crazy with that maneuver. As a result of Boosie's audacity, other rappers began to voice their opinions in a more subdued manner. He is correct concerning the industrial plants, according to some. Some claimed they were too afraid to openly confirm it. You could see that this was more than just a personal grudge. It was a struggle for dominance between the genuine and the manipulated. Boosie's name was trending worldwide by the conclusion of that week. While half of the industry was attempting to act as though nothing had happened, the other half was supporting him. But one thing is certain, everyone was talking about Boosie, and the dice he said they were manipulating. He simply rolled them back in their faces. The major question now is what will happen after all the smoke and headlines. It's possible that Boosie unintentionally sparked a revolution. The dude is not going to back down. He is, if anything, intensifying his efforts. He has been making references to releasing a comprehensive documentary that reveals the true workings of the game. "I'm going to put faces to the lies," he declared. "We'll see who really rolls the dice if they want to play." Fans are excited yet anxious, because in our industry, people don't always react well when you start peeling back the curtain. Insiders claim that Mike Dice and J. Prince are enraged behind the scenes, not only because Boosie brought them up, but also because his remarks are becoming more popular. Individuals who had never previously questioned the system are now observing their favorite musicians with suspicion, wondering who is being barred and who is receiving boosts, something that was never meant to leave. The boardroom may have been revealed by Boosie. Boosie is receiving a lot of love from followers for being honest, but he is also facing criticism from influential people. According to reports, some promoters told him to keep quiet, while others canceled forthcoming performances. But Boosie doesn't give a damn. "I ain't hiding," he declared. "I'm good in any hood. I told you, I don't fear the truth." That's the voice of street loyalty. Boosie has always spoken up for the people, and has never been scared to defy expectations. The underlying implication of this is that Boosie's tirade may alter future artistic practices. Rappers are becoming more aware that the game is fixed and not broken. Boosie is referring to it as rigged dice because of this. Who wins, who eats, and who fades out is decided by those in positions of power, and the majority of them are no longer even rappers. Executives, intermediaries, and gatekeepers are in charge of the block's music, but never come into contact with it. If you have talent, don't sell your soul for no fake love. Boosie concluded his final live performance with a statement that encapsulated everything. "I just stopped placing bets with these guys, who are bookies rather than employers." Fans were applauding, repeating, and sharing that line on social media. Boosie isn't afraid, regardless of whether you agree with him or not. What most rappers whisper behind closed doors, he expressed aloud. Boosie may have made himself a target, but he also made himself a hero to everyone who was sick of seeing the same old faces in hip-hop. It's obvious that Boosie rolled the dice, regardless of whether this ends in peace or mayhem.